So, Blake, maybe long hair. I'm doing this on a community post. You're in Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri.
Dude, I saw Tech Nine at concert. Funny. Why do I bring that up? Because I actually got to go on stage one time and we did music and we did a concert with him and I got to sing and it was fun back in the day.
Seriously? Dude, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
I met him backstage at the he was in the rehearsal room and there was like a huge show and it was a battle of the bands and I like sang a feature on one of the bands, so I went on stage and sang in front of like it was probably like 3,000 people.
Dang,
And
son.
then I was actually with Hatch and he won and I was singing on one of the songs and he got to go on tour with them, national tour, and I didn't get to go.
Dang, that's awesome, dude.
But I got to be on stage with Tech Nine for a second. That was cool. So, what up, bro?
Dude, I just hooked up my trailer. I'm gonna go pick up a trencher.
For what?
We're installing an irrigation system.
Ah. So how
Yeah.
far
Dude,
does it trench? Do you have
it
to like
goes
call Miss
down
Dig first to check utilities and shit?
yeah. Well, we have Dig Right.
Dig right?
Yeah, yep. So they did all the utilities last week sometime. And I've
Nice.
just been like getting prepared, man. Really doing my research, making sure I'm not gonna mess anything up, you know.
Love. So it's your first time. Have you hired somebody to like work with you to walk you through it, or did you watch a bunch of videos, or what?
I watched a bunch of videos, and then I've got a plumber buddy of mine that's gonna help me out.
Nice. Do I look weird
Dude,
like
it's
this? I don't have a
no,
tripod to
dude,
put
it's
my
dope.
phone.
No, it's dope.
Where I'm just
Um,
freaking. So
13 people. What's up?
are you? Yeah, people are on lunch breaks. They're eating their Jimmy Johns, tuning in.
Love Jimmy
What's the
John's,
weather
man.
like there?
It's like, dude, it's been beautiful. No humidity, like decent weather, but today is humid as heck. Dude,
Humid.
like super humid.
I'm in Michigan, and it's pretty humid. It's probably like 89, 90 degrees. I feel say like 65% humidity.
Yeah. Yeah, we've actually had really nice weather here the past month, so
Love it. Oh,
but
your
yeah,
truck
dude, we
guy
got
Forbes. I was seeing comments Forbes Mowing and Landscaping waiting for a tow truck. In Pittsburgh, what up though? Arc Landscaping, Jim Duffin. What were you saying, Blake?
dude, I don't do a lot of lives. I don't do a lot of lives, so this is cool. It's different. I like the immediate back and forth, you know.
It's awesome. Finn Shimon, what's up? So, what's up with you, man? Like, what's the lowest price you'll cut a lawn?
Oh, okay. This has actually been so last year, like everybody else, I raised my prices like decently, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything with my existing customers this year. Um, but all new customers, dude, it's like 55 or $60. And in the past it was like $40. So we're just at the point now where like we're busy, you know, so like for us to add another lawn for $40, it's like I don't know. You know, you really run the numbers and you're not really making that much money off of a $40 lawn, no matter the time it takes you. Um, so I just had to really bump up those prices for it to even, you know, change anything. So right now, dude, we're just going out. When I go quote a yard, I'm totally upfront and honest with people. I'm like, yeah, we have a $60 minimum. We'll get you on the list. We come consistently, same day every week. You'll get a bill after we cut, and that's the game. Like, I talk about all the time. You know, for some reason, the lawn care mowing industry has this mindset. You know, that you cut yards for a whole month, and you send them a bill at the end of the month. And you run the numbers, dude. You're always out of pocket for that month's expenses basically fronting thousands and thousands of dollars to people, right? So I changed that. Tried to do it last year. The programmer we were using didn't really allow for that. This year, we got on a new software, and literally the second the guys are done with the yard, they click complete, the customer's invoiced. They pay with a credit card, and that's it. Like, we're always trying to stay up to date with what the work we're doing, so I don't have to front payroll, insurance, gas. Like, you guys know all the expenses, right? But I don't know. It's worked out really well. The customers actually seem to really like it. And once we get card on file, we'll take that same philosophy and just ding. When we're done mowing your yard, boom, credit card's charged. Like, you don't go out to a restaurant, eat your food, have a great time, and leave, and then get a bill a month later. Like, that's just not how the world works.
Mm, that's good. I like that. That's smart.
How is it? I know it's like different. That's what I'm saying. Is like in your side of the industry, right? Landscaping. You're not going to go do all the work, pay for the mulch rock and everything, and then bill the customer a month later. Like, you're not going to go spend thousands of
No,
dollars to perform the work.
we require a 33% deposit and a signature of anything over $1,000, unless they're like a customer that's I've had forever, and then I just don't care. But so if we have a job, it's like say it's 12 grand or something. 33% of that, let's just say 4 grand down the morning of the job. So there's a contract signed in the morning of the job. Give me a check or swipe your credit card. I prefer a check, and then that money is processed. 24 to 48 hours. It's showing up in the bank, and now all the materials and everything I ever paid are paid for. Halfway through the job, I already let the customer know ahead of time because I've walked them through what it'll look like, how long it'll take, and when they can expect to pay, and build the expectations. I do another signature and another 33% deposit, and then at the end of the job, at the final walk around, so I'm never over the barrel or out of money. But I can expect to be owed up to 5, 6 grand at all times in all these little maintenance jobs where I'm waiting for money to roll in. You can be in a spring cash flow crunch shortage. It's fun when customers are dragging their feet on paying you. So make sure that your billing software says, net due upon completion, not net 15 or 30 or 45 days like commercial work. Because I made a mistake of having my billing software say net 30 days. I just wasn't paying attention. And I was like, and a couple customers kind of took advantage of that because that's what the contract said. They're like, what? I thought I had 30 days to pay my bill. I was like, oh, you did. So, but I'm trying to get paid immediately on the job now. Our new low, what's the word? Our minimum is $700 to do anything. And I was a little nervous, but I don't care anymore, bro. That's where I'm at, and it works out great. We're booked out 6 weeks right now at a $700 minimum, and so I'm trying to get paid right away. Speed up the rate of your money coming in, and slow down the rate of your money going out, and then keep a cushion. What about you?
Yeah. So, dude, we probably do like 10% of my business is probably landscaping. Like, we're primarily mowing, um, fertilizing, aeration seeding. I don't focus a ton on landscaping. So, like, if I'm going to do a mulch job, most of the people probably already know me, but I want all the money up front. Like, the day we start, they'll just write the payment in full, and it's not like a crazy amount of money. I mean, they're probably like all under $2,000, but like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna pay to put mulch on your property. Like, that's kind of my philosophy. I was doing like 50% before we start, 50% after, and it's like we're pretty much done there in a day. Like, what? I don't see the point of that. Like, if they don't trust me enough to pay me the money, then we probably just shouldn't be doing business. It's like when people go, "Oh, I don't trust my employees with like a credit card, like a gas card." And I'm like, "But you trust them to drive around $100,000 worth of equipment?" You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, if they really went and spent $1,000 randomly on your credit card, you know, at least you know there's a problem in the relationship there, you know?
There is a
Um,
thing, a caveat to that: trust in God, but tie up your camels. Don't give somebody a rope. Uh, what's the word? Long enough, you know.
yeah,
Sure. But also, like, I have a friend right now who's got a multi-million-dollar business, and he's got a disgruntled employee who's made up a bunch of shit and reported him to OSHA, and now he's dealing with about $60,000 in fines. And dude, it's messing up his whole. He's so stressed right now. His stomach's
that's
in pain.
wild.
He that this employee is just mentally unstable and is. And I was like, did you have this guy sign like an NDA and like an at will employee contract when you hired him that you can, because it's a wrongful termination case he's trying to say. And
Mm,
so uh, I don't know, but basically I trust my friend, and my friend says this employee is really mentally unstable, had a bunch of stuff going on in his life. So he's just trying to destroy my friend's business, and he's just an employee, bro. And I'm like, well, did you have him sign any paperwork? He's like, no, nothing. And I was like,
that's wild.
but so it's like hearing stories like this has got me like, yeah, I trust you. And like, here's a gas card, but sign this. And it's like,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
saying
super
that's going to
smart.
do anything. I think I did the math. We maybe had 40 employees total, which is not a lot. And I didn't always do this now, but I think that the more you're in the game, you start to look at your risks and things. But what are the
Yep.
chances? It's still slim. I think he has 14 employees, and he's probably had over 400 employees in his career across all the businesses he's owned, and this is the first time anything like this has happened. Except for the
I guess I
time.
should have
Oh, sorry.
I said I
Go.
guess I should have said that, like, I don't just hire somebody and give them a credit card, but, you know, the guys that work with me, I trust them. So, um, it's one of those things, you know, that you gotta build trust with people and, do your due diligence, and I'm not just hiring Johnny off the street and being like, "Hey, here's a gas card, here's my truck," you know?
You know what's interesting is, though, these kind of unconscious things, these things that you don't have closure on, they can eat up your bandwidth and emotionally be like, can I trust this? Oh my God, what if this? What if this? What if this? And at the end of the day, like, we haven't actually dove in and thought it through or got the advice to be like, oh, compartmentalize, this goes in this box. I don't have to worry about it. Nothing's a problem until there's a problem. And so I've wasted years of stress and anxiety imagining things that have never happened.
Yeah. I mean, in that scenario, I haven't even thought about the credit card, you know, like, it's just it saved me so much time. Like, I used to meet everybody at the gas station, like, if I was on another job, to go fill up the gas, and I'm like, "What am I doing?" Like, there's 0 reason for this, you know?
Yeah, you're just micromanaging.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to find everything I can do to just save me 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, an hour here." You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Like, that's
one time last summer, I was going through a little something in my business. I was like, I'll just call up Corey Ballard. He's got like $30 million business. He's been through all this. Dude didn't even pick up the phone because he's busy running his business, right? And I think about that. If somebody would call you, be like, bro, I've got this thing I'm worried about, and they've been through it, how would they respond? Like, so it's like, what would this person do? Ask that in your head. I think different people have different risk tolerances and different comfort levels. And if you don't experiment and try it on a small level and look at it like, hey, let's. But then again, trust in God, but tie up your camels. Like, before I let anybody drive a truck, they're getting a background check, they're getting drug screened. They're calling the DMV and getting approved for insurance. I want to see that they can do a safety inspection and check everything in the brakes and the fluids and the tire pressure, and watch them and drive with them. Like Kyle, this guy, he ran a crew for me last year, and he literally could just back up a trailer on a dime perfectly. First try. I was like, you're good. Peace. Anyways,
dude, it's
I
that,
actually,
but
huh?
it's also like you gotta have some sort of, like, common sense too. Like, if even if you can back up a trailer, like, dude, the world is always changing, cars coming in and out, people that don't know how to drive. Like, you got to have some wits about you, you know? Like it's complicated, man, to hire good people. Like sometimes you're just so freaking busy. You're like, dude, I will take anybody. If you can just ride on a mower, just please help me. I need help. But
A
you
healthy
know,
fear of God.
it's so much more serious than that. You know.
It's a healthy fear, bro. I got this guy who's been working for me forever. And I always think whenever somebody new comes and works for me, because you think a new person, because they're doing a good job, oh, they're the savior of my business. I'd be like, motherfucker, my one guy who's been working for me forever, he's going to be here after you're gone, and he'll still be here. And it's proven it over and over again. So what I mean is you get to the point where shit just doesn't phase you. And I had the opportunity to work at this huge landscape company before I started my business. I had like 150 employees, and there's the top 50 or 40 people, like a pyramid. Then you had like the bottom 20 to 50 people. It was just a revolving door. Every new week there was just new people being hired and letting go and quitting nonstop. And every time I was like probably 25 at the time, some rock star kid would come in with his collar popped. Actually, I used to pop my collar, so I can't talk shit. But he'd come in like he was the shit, bro. Dude, I'm going to crush it. I'm an experienced landscaper. He's so confident. We would just laugh. That motherfucker ain't going to last a month. And he never did. Never did. It was funny. So what I mean is don't judge a book by its cover. But then it takes the excitement out. Getting overly excited about stupid shit or getting overly worried about stupid shit, that's where all the fun was. At some point, it becomes mundane. I start crying. Are you still in love with your business, bro?
Oh yeah, dude. When it's hot and humid, you're like, man, what am I doing out here? But yeah, dude, we're having fun, man.
I love the
Still,
hunt, dude. You
yeah,
there?
dude. You gotta have like you gotta have. I still believe this. You gotta have like small goals, and you gotta have big goals, baby. You know, like because if you're never hitting anything, you know, it's like, man, what am I doing out here?
Absolutely. Nate Vance, Advanced Lawn Care and Landscaping. What up, bro? Southern Florida. He says, oh, I can't believe it's 101 degrees in Jacksonville, and you're doing a flagstone patio. It's hot. I should come down there and make a video, bro.
In the wintertime when it's not so hot.
All right. All right, I'll
Down
let you
there,
go. I'll
dude,
let you
in
do your
Florida.
thing, man. I got to go do lunch and call back a bunch of customers and shit.
Sounds good, buddy.
B&B
I've
Lawn
never.
Care on YouTube.
This is
Everybody
the
check them
first
out.
time I've done vertical lives.
That's okay. It shows up horizontal in the feed once
Oh, really?
it
Okay.
published as live. I
Nice.
put his stuff his contact info for YouTube in the description. B&B Lawn Care, bro. I'll see you at the Equip Expo, if not sooner.
Heck yeah, bro. Thanks for having me.
Later. Peace.
See
Later,
ya.
everybody.